Hey guys, it is me, Stace. For today's video, I thought I would share with you a few of my favorite crafting supplies, tools, gizmos, gadgets, that kind of thing. These are in no certain order, but I will try to keep them in a category format. So the first one is going to be adhesives. You guys see me use this all the time. This is called Art Glitter Glue. I get this from maymameda.com. I will have everything linked below for you. This is what a brand new bottle looks like. It is my favorite liquid glue. I use it for bags, boxes, cards, scrapbooking, pretty much everything. You can see there is a fine tip on it. This is sold separately, but I do recommend that as well. This allows you to have a really thin, small line of glue for that more of a detailed project, but it dries fast, it dries strong, it dries clear, and has a really good hold. So my all-time favorite liquid glue, I really do recommend that one. All right, next we have for more liquid glue is the Alien's Original Tacky Glue. This is just an all-purpose adhesive. Again, just an all-purpose good glue. I do like this one as well. This is a rather thick glue though. So I store this with the tip side down in a jar or a container. So when I want to use it, all the glue is here at the tip for me versus me shaking up and down. So another good glue for you. Next I have the Zig 2A pen. I have the jumbo size. I mainly use this to re-stick my Cricut mats, and I will do a video showing that soon on how to do that. But a really good glue as well. Alright, more adhesive. We have pop dots, foam squares, dimensionals. They all have different names, but they all do the same thing. They basically use these to add lift or depth to your projects, to make things pop off the card or pop off the page. These are both from May. I like these because you get both size. You have the small and also the large, so I do love those as well. And you guys see me use them a lot. Also, another one from May is sticky tape or sticky strip, otherwise known as score tape, red line tape. This is a really, really strong adhesive. More for those projects you don't want coming apart, more for boxes, 3D items, that kind of thing. Again, I have a spare of that because that is a really good adhesive. Alright, more adhesive, or as far as tools, would be this one here. This is by Xyron. It's the Create a Sticker. They have this in different sizes. I used to have this small X and I upgraded to this one, which is a 2.5 inch opening. And basically what it is a sticker maker. You lift this up and you have the film inside there. So you take your item you want to put glue on. You're going to put it inside there, turn the handle, crank it through, and you'll see it put glue on the back of that. So just basically turn that circle into a sticker. And it is, I love it because it's a strong glue, it's even, and I mainly use this for Project Life for them smaller cuts. Love the size of it, and again, they do have different sizes, but I do think the 2.5 inch size is a pretty universal one, so I do use that one a lot. Last with glue is this guy here. This is the Scotch Advanced Tape Glider, otherwise known as the ATG gun. I want to say I got this from Michael's many years ago. I believe you get the gun and either 1 or 2 rolls of tape, and this tape is just a double-sided roll of tape. My only complaint with this is I do have a hard time loading the tape on here, so usually the hubby does that for me. But it is bulky and cumbersome, but really easy to use. And how you would use this is, let me grab a Post-it note over here. So just say you want to apply adhesive to this piece here. You can see the tape's already loaded. You just kind of pull the trigger. So you have the trigger pulled, put it down, go like that, release the trigger, and your tape is on here. You can see that. So I do use this, and I mainly use this one for scrapbook layouts. But really good glue as well. Alright, that's it with adhesives. Now I'm going to share with you guys different other things in random. So first, let's talk about inks. I'm going to discuss two, which are both black inks. One's a Mento Tuxedo Black. This is the Versafine Onyx Black. These both do have refills you can purchase. Pretty much all ink does. This is just your basic black ink. It is a good ink, and it was my favorite for a long time until I discovered this one here, the Versafine Black. This is now my favorite. I love the way it opens. It's much easier than that one. You can fold it back on itself. What I like about this one, other than the packaging, is I do think this gives me a deeper black stamped image versus that one. This is almost like an alt black. This one is like a really good black color. And this one dries really quickly. This one dries quick as well, but not quick enough for me. You guys know I'm like the smudge queen, and I do get smudgy fingers when I use this one not so much. So I do love them both, but I mainly use the Versafine now. It became my favorite. Alright, other random tools, let's talk about punches. These two here are by We Are Memory Keepers. These are the corner choppers. I have the one that has a cloud and scallop. This one has a 1/2 inch and circle, or 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch circle punch. They are good, kind of pricey, but I do think they're worth it. They're really good quality, they're well constructed, last you a long time, and you get 2 punches in one. All right, the next one, it would be the Big Bite. I don't know if this is made by the same company or not. I think it is. We are Memory Keepers. This is just the hole punch basically, but it does do other things like do grommets and things. I just use it for hole punch, but I do love it. So I think that's it as far as tools. Let me discuss scissors real quick. I have so many of these. I have quite a few of the crooked ones. I do like these. They have the cover on them. They're nice and sharp. They have a nice point to them so you can get really into detailed images. I love the cover. We have Tim Holtz. I've had these for years. Hubby actually loves these. I think I'm going to get him a pair for Christmas. He uses them probably more than I do. They're really good as far as cutting leather, cutting plastic, metal, chipboard, really, really good quality. As well as the Big Bite. I punched holes in hubby's belts, leather, chipboard. So it's a really good, strong hole punch versus your generic punch like that. So I do recommend the Big Bite as well. Then we have the Tim Holtz ruler. Again, I first thought, okay, it's just a plain ruler, but it's not. It really is a good ruler. I do recommend that as well. Our little tip for you is cleaning your acrylic blocks. I think I said this before. Just pick up hand sanitizer. I just picked up the cheapy stuff, and I always keep it in my room. You know, over time, your acrylic blocks will get dirty, whether it be the oils on your fingers, gunk on your board, ink, whatever it may be. This does a really good job as far as cleaning them off. Just again, your basic hand sanitizer. I use it to clean off my scissors, you know, whatever I'm using, I use this to clean it because it does a really good job. Another tip is this one. This is a lifesaver. This is a mono sand eraser. I got it from Maybe Made It. You really can't see it, but basically what it is an eraser of ink. You guys know I always smudge a card. It's like my signature mark. When I do that, I just erase over it a little bit and it will take the ink off the paper, so it's not as noticeable, but I do love that as well. Another tool would be this guy. This is a stamp scrubber. This is by Stampin' Up. No longer make this, but I love it. I will link below other brands of the same kind of concept. I think Stampin' Up now makes a chamois. I love this one for one. It's compact, but it is a good size when open. I want to say it's 8x8 or 7x7. And how you use this is you just spray a stamp cleaner on one side, and I just have it in my own bottle. And I use the Stampin' Misc. I no longer use, this is almost gone. When it's gone, I won't use a stamp cleaner, I'll just make my own probably. What I do with that is I just fill it maybe a quarter of the way filled, and the rest is with water. So you spray one side, take your image on your stamp, you clean it this way, then you have the other side for drying it. Does a really good job as far as cleaning your stamps, but a bonus tip for you guys, this is ideal for cleaning your fingernails. If you guys do any kind of outdoor gardening work, outside work, and your nails get grungy, take it to the sink, put dish soap on it, and scrub your nails like you're scrubbing a stamp. I'm telling you, it gets it every time. I love this. Hubby uses it when he's done cutting the grass or weeding outside. He'll use it. These are, you can take them out and wash them in the sink, so I love that as well. A quick way to clean your stamps, and we all use these, are baby wipes. I just pick up the Walmart brand. These are good for cleaning stamps, but I tend to not use these all the time because I do find they leave fuzzies on my stamps, but they're good for a quick stamp cleaner, I guess. All right, another gadget or tool is this one here. This is the Mini Misty. You know, when this first came out, I seen reviews and I watched videos and I was like, yep, Stace, you don't really need it, but I'm telling you, I love it. This is really good for lining up images. I usually go with the phrase, you know, just go with it being crooked, but I'm telling you, if you like lining things up as far as greetings across the card front, making sure it's centered and straight, this is ideal for that. It's one of those tools you don't think you need till you have it and played around with it. They do have a bigger one as well, but I think the small one works really good. All right, more miscellaneous tools would be my cutter. I have a few of these. I have the Cricut trimmer, the Stampin' Up trimmer, and also the Fiskars trimmer. I like this one because it's more portable. Stampin' Up, I will say I'm biased. Their trimmer I think is phenomenal, but I can't justify the price of the blades. This one does come with a regular blade that has an arm on it that comes out. I want to say this is like 13, 14 bucks. Really good price for a trimmer that is a pretty good quality trimmer. They do have a scoring blade you can purchase for this, but a cheaper way is to use a bone folder. If you guys make cards, you probably have one of these as well. I normally just put my cardstock in here and use the cutting guide here to score along my card. Works really well for that, but you have to have a bone folder for creasing cards, doing boxes. So I love that trimmer, but my favorite trimmer is my Fiskars. This is a big trimmer. It's also a pricey one. I want to say the Cricut one's about 14, 15 bucks. This is about $80. I got this off of Amazon, but I'm telling you it's the best 80 bucks I spent as far as my scrapbooking room. Even though it's big and cumbersome, it does fold up though, so it does take up a little bit less space. This is self-sharpening. This here has a rotary blade. Unlike other trimmers, these blades do dull down relatively quick, and you have to replace them every few months. And there's like $4 or $5 per blade, depending on what brand you get. So they do add up. This one you don't replace, and it also is a rotary blade, so it's circular in shape. I think it does a better job as far as cutting. It is self-sharpening, but I do find it does leave my paper sometimes have like a little raggedy edge, and I thought my blade was going bad. It's actually not the blade, it's actually the trimmer itself, having gunk in it or dirtiness on it, or just needing to be oiled. So to fix that, what I do, and I did a whole review on this, I just use cell machine oil. I apply it in the front of this piece here and the back of that. Let it sit for a few seconds and just kind of glide it, and you will hear the difference. You can. This definitely needs to be cleaned. It's kind of like rough going across, and that roughness is what's causing your paper to have that raggedy look. So I'm telling you, when you oil it on this side and this side, give it a few passes, it'll work like a charm. I love this thing. Except kind of pricey, but I think it's well worth the price over time because you're no longer needing to replace blades. Alright, last but not least, as far as little gadgets I like, would be this guy. This is a, I got this from HSN. This is the Diamond Press by Crafter's Companion. This basically is a miniature dollhouse version of the Cricut Cut-A-Bug or the Big Shot. It does the same thing, just not on that scale. You see the opening here is much smaller. This is less than 2 inches, but I love this for quick cards and project life. And what I do with this is it comes with these folders. These will act as your plates for the other machines. You have this size, larger size. You can see these do warp pretty quickly, but that's fine because you can always buy replacements, and these do last a while. I just kind of reverse them to the other side. And you have dies and stamps that you can purchase with that kind of coordinate. These are the dies. I keep them in a bowl on my table. The black ones are their brand or other brands, and you can see there's words you can cut out. The silver ones are Stampin' Up. I went through all my Stampin' Up dies, and I thought, okay, which ones can fit through this guy here? And I found all these ones that do fit. I'll show them with you guys. We have little people here, question marks, little labels, arrows. Basically what I would use for project life. This is a word I cut out. Here, I can show you the detail of it. This says happy. So you see that I cut it out really well. Here is a die for that right here. So it does, you know, all your dies. I'm going to give you a little demo real quickly. I'm going to do a, we'll do like a little geotag. Let me see, or we'll do a star, a little bit smaller. And this is a Stampin' Up one. And let me grab another one here that's their brand. We'll do an arrow. Stars and arrows I do use a lot for project life. And I just keep them in a little container. I do keep my bigger dies on a magnetic board. But I think the smaller ones, for me, it's just easier to dig through them. And I only use these mainly for card making really quickly or project life. Alright, so I'm going to scoop all these guys up. And you can get, there's this size, larger size for your bigger dies. There's also embossing folders, this size and the other size. And how this works is, it normally would stick. This has a suction cup built into it, but it's not going to stick to my mat. But you push that down so it'll stick to your surface. Take your folder. I'm going to take a piece of paper. So you can see how small this is. I want to say it's like 1 7/8 inch wide. Phenomenal for saving your scraps and using up everything. So I'm going to do a little arrow here. I use this all the time in project life as well as stars. So you can see here, one is their brand, one is Stampin' Up. And I only have Stampin' Up brand dies, so I can't justify. Oh, I'm sorry, I do have May dies as well, but I didn't put them in here yet. All right, so I'm going to put them in there. Just fold that in half. I'll close it, crank it through. Now I believe they have a newer version of this. I don't know what the difference is other than the design. The opening I don't think is any larger. Alright, so I took that off of there, and you can see how quickly and how nicely these punch out. So we have the star and also the arrow. So there's the arrow there, and then we have the star. So really quick for a project life. I love the size of it. It doesn't take up any room at all. And like I said, I just keep all of my dies and things in a little bowl. And I usually keep the folder there as well. So it's ready to go for me. I say great for the small scraps of paper you have. So you can pretty much use all your paper with that one. Alright, so I think that is it, guys, as far as the supplies and tools and things. I do want to share with you a few more tips. Recycle everything. This is an old Ovaltine container. I just cleaned it out really well. I covered the outside of it. It says trash. You see that there. I keep it on my desk. There's small scraps like this piece here. I'll just throw it in there for trash. Works really good to kind of keep your desk clean. I also use lids. This happens to be a CeraVe lotion lid. I use peanut butter lids. These are really good to hold your paint and easy to clean up as well. Just again, take them to the sink real quick. I have two of these. I have one here and I have one here. Another glue, I forgot, is this one. This is Scotch two-way glue pen. I got it from Michael's, I believe. Another really good glue. I love this one because it has a dauber end, like a bingo dauber. It has a big chunk of glue there, like that. This is really good for just taking it and rubbing it across things. I do like it, although it is a really, really wet glue. So I don't really use it too much, but I do tend to use it here and there. But another really good glue for you. And I keep that in there again with the dauber end side down, so the glue is always there. So I normally keep that in there. I'll keep this in there, just a few tools in my little cubby over there. But you can see, just recycle containers. You already paid for them. You might as well get a second use out of them. So anyway, guys, there you have it. My favorite crafty supplies and tools I normally use on a day-to-day basis. Any questions or comments, please let me know below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.